Morgan.
Hello, Mr. Morgan. This is Deputy Beardface with the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. How you doing today, sir?
Doing well. How about you?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. The reason I'm calling you is we were auditing some paperwork and we came across some inconsistencies in a report detailing the death of a Wyatt Thompson. And I was wondering if I could just take a couple of moments of your time, possibly, and that would help us kind of clear up some of the confusion and get this paperwork corrected.
Problem. Just let me know when and where.
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you what, right now I'm down at the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. If you'd like to come on in, we can, just take care of this real quick and, get you back out on your way.
Yeah, I'll be down there in a couple minutes.
Sounds good. Thank you there, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. See you when you get here. Oh, hello there. Hi, yes, hi. Dan Morgan, I presume, correct?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, hey, I just want to thank you for coming down here today. I got tasked with auditing a whole bunch of our old reports.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I got to figure out, we got a couple that had some incomplete information, so I just really needed to kind of get some information put together real quick. Kind of wrap this one up.
Any way I can help you.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, you want a coffee, a soda, anything like that, a water?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay, cool. I'll tell you what, let's just go on in here real quick and, be nice and quiet because I'm sure there's other deputies going to be coming around.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, just follow me back here real quick. All right, Dan, if you just want to have a seat right there on the other side. Ah, excellent. All right, let me go grab all that paperwork real quick. Just make yourself comfortable. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Dan Morgan. I remember when Dan was a reporter for Weasel News. Wasn't really that great of a reporter back then. So I guess he moved on to CNT before it folded. Never really saw many reports from Dan. Just always see him out and about, sitting in one spot, never moving. Makes me wonder, what's his story? Who reports on the reporter? And how much does he know? All right, sorry about that. I had to grab that paperwork real quick.
Oh, no problem.
All right. Yeah, we're just going to get a little bit of this information knocked out here real quick. First of all, you do know a Wyatt Thompson, correct?
Yeah, Wyatt was a great friend of mine.
Excellent. Yeah, he did have a phone number listed, apparently. That's how we were able to get a hold of you.
Emergency contact.
Oh, emergency contact. Okay, so you must have been really close to Wyatt then.
Oh, yeah, I saw him almost every day. He was always happy. He did like drinking a lot.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I'd heard that about him. He used to come around to the station every now and then. Always a nice guy, but yeah, we kind of picked him up once or twice for having one too many.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. All right, let me see here. So what I'm missing here on the paperwork is first of all, we don't have a correct time of death and actually even really a date of death. Do you happen to know when Mr. Wyatt passed? And before I move on too much further, first, let me sincerely give you my sympathies for his passing. I know, like you said, y'all were close.
Oh, yeah. He was just one of a kind.
I understand that. Trust me, I absolutely understand that. So, did you guys, Can you tell me when he exactly passed? On what date?
I can't tell you the exact date. It's been so long. I know it was. You know what? I honestly don't know when he officially died.
Okay, all right.
He just kind of disappeared.
He just disappeared?
Well, yeah, he was around one day and then he just wasn't around.
I see. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what we're trying to figure out too, a little bit. Having a hard time kind of nailing down. Well, do you know how he passed, Mr. Morgan?
I know that he had. We were over on a large ship down the city, and he had some unknown accident. I don't know what happened, but he got hurt down there somehow.
Okay, all right. So he got hurt down at the boat, or you said a ship?
Mm-hmm. On the freighter, yeah.
Oh, it was a freighter. Okay.
Yeah, it had the big container things on.
Do you know how he hurt himself?
No, I didn't actually see it. I was there, but I didn't see it.
Okay, all right. So he had an accident, you were saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was like some sort of fall.
Had an accident in a fall. Okay.
Yeah, that's what.
No, go ahead, sir. What were you about to say?
No, I'm good.
Okay. How far did he fall?
It was pretty high. Like he was up towards the top of the ship, and I guess he slipped up.
He slipped up there, up on top of the ship?
Yeah. For some reason, he ran up there, and somehow he fell. I'm not sure why he fell or who helped him, but yeah, that's what I've heard from Wilmer.
Oh, okay. So Wilmer.
Virgil.
Oh, Virgil. Okay, let me write that down here real quick. Wilmer Virgil. So you'd say Wilmer saw it happen, or would have more information?
Yeah, I would ask him and little Bill, his brother, because I'm almost positive they were there.
Little Bill? Okay.
Yeah, his brother.
All right. How long have you been out there on the ship before Mr. Wyatt's accident?
I don't know, maybe like an hour or so.
Okay. And what were you guys doing out there?
We were just out there exploring. It was just like we were bored, and we just went down there and just went to check it out.
You guys just went to explore a cargo ship?
Yeah, I'd never been on one before. It was kind of cool, just run around and check it out.
I can understand that, but usually the crew and the captain don't allow people on cargo ships. Did somebody get permission?
That you'd have to check with one of the other people, because no staff was on the ship. It was just us.
Oh, okay. So you guys were on an empty ship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you don't know who gave you all the permission to be on the ship?
No, I never asked.
Who would you think probably would have gotten that permission to be on that ship?
It'd probably be Wilmer, because it was his suggestion to go down there.
Okay, so it was Wilmer's suggestion to go down there, and then so y'all went exploring on a ship?
Yep.
How many people were you?
I don't know. There's quite a few. I can't remember everyone, but at least 5 to 8, I think.
5 to 8 people. Who can you remember that was out there?
Wilmer was out there. Wyatt, obviously. That Herbert guy, he's kind of creepy. You'd probably really want to talk to him. Who else? Oh, little Bill, and then God, I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else. It's been so long.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm sure I can get some contact information from you here in a bit about those people, right?
Oh yeah, no problem.
All right. Okay, so didn't quite see the accident. Okay. Well, can you kind of tell me what happened in the aftermath of the accident? What would you say you were doing?
Well, I was exploring the other part of the ship, and then I kind of, I heard people screaming, and then Wyatt was just was just laying on the ground, and Bryce was over him, trying to render first aid.
Bryce?
Yeah, Bryce.
Okay.
Wilmer's fiance.
Oh, okay. So there was a Bryce out there as well, then.
Yes, but she was just doing the same thing I was, running around the ship. And then when that happened, she rendered aid to Wyatt.
All right. So now I'm just want to get this all correct here. So I got Wilmer, Bill, Herbert, Larry, yourself, Bryce, and Wyatt.
Correct.
Okay, all right. Anybody else out there that you can think of?
No,
After Wilmer had said that Wyatt had slipped, did y'all hear a commotion or anything? Is that what caused y'all maybe to run over there? Did you even hear anything at all?
I just heard screams. I don't know what, I assume it was probably Bryce running to help Wyatt.
All right, when you heard the screams, what did you do?
I ran towards him.
All right, and when you got over there, can you describe to me what what was going on, what the scene was?
Well, Wyatt wasn't really doing anything, and just basically Bryce was rendering aid. That's all I remember.
Okay, all right. Did anybody call an ambulance or anything?
Yeah, would I be able to contact a lawyer?
I mean, sure. You're not being charged with anything. We're just having a conversation about paperwork here.
Oh yeah. No paperwork, I get it, but yeah, I just like to run some stuff by him if it's okay.
Sure, absolutely. Like I said though,
right.
you're not being charged with anything, so.
Oh no, just want to talk to him about a few things, and I feel more comfortable with him around.
Absolutely. You want to call him in right now?
Maybe I could come back another day.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Well, thank you for helping me with trying to figure out, filling in the blanks on some of this paperwork. This auditing thing is just a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really weird. Hopefully you can get to the bottom of it,
Absolutely. Hey, real quick though, one more thing on this paperwork. Who else can I have, contact? Besides the names, who else maybe been friends with Wyatt?
Anybody. I mean, anybody in your department would be friends with Wyatt, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong there. Hey, do you know where I can go, pay my respects?
Yeah, I don't know, honestly.
Is he having a funeral or anything like that?
Yeah, I don't know, sir. I'm just gonna go now.
Okay, all right. $52950 direct.
Go ahead.
Sir, can I meet you somewhere?
Yeah, 10-4, what's your 20?
I'm over here at the Burger Shot.
Received, I'll head over that way.
Burger Shot used to be a really busy place. Really good burger. Good place to eat. It's kind of desolate now. Hardly anybody ever comes through. I'm surprised it's still open. That's a shame. But then again, it was always busy when Wyatt was running it. And now he's not. Hey, what's going on, Rob?
How's it going?
Oh, not much. Hey, so I'm kind of working this little case here about kind of getting all the information put together for a Wyatt Thompson and his death.
Oh, yeah.
They in talking to a whole bunch of people trying to get all that information, they brought up a Herbert. That's your uncle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my great uncle, but he wasn't there. I was there.
Oh, you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, I don't know why Dan Morgan, who I just ended up talking to about 10 minutes ago, would say it was
maybe
Herbert.
Maybe our voices sound the same, or he's got a thing about Herbert, okay, because Herbert's engaged with his mom now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Makes sense. All right. So you were out there though.
but yeah, I was there. It was a contest for CNT. It was kind of like a hide and seek type thing, where the seekers were armed with tasers, and you had to, kind of run around, and the last one standing essentially won.
Really? Nobody has said
Yeah.
contest at all to me.
Yeah, it was a contest for a new car, and actually, a Virgil Steam Waters was there, and he was actually the winner of it.
A Virgil Steamwater actually won the car. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I remember it because I think I was the second or third one out, and I was standing down on the wharf there, just off of the boat, and I remember when the contest ended, we all kind of went up onto the main deck of the cargo ship, at which point I believe it was Wyatt Thompson. I don't know what happened 100%, but I do remember that he had started seizing, so there was 2 or 3 people that were administering first aid to him, myself being one of them. And then I believe it was Wilmer. It was either Wilmer or Chuck that had picked Wyatt up and brought him to the hospital. I know phone calls were made to 911, but nobody really appeared, or nobody showed up. So
Okay. So no ambulance showed up, but they did make a call.
correct.
But either Wilmer or Chuck physically drove them to the hospital.
Correct.
All right. Did anybody ever see or hear of Wyatt after that?
To be honest, I don't recall. I do remember hearing maybe a day or 2 afterwards that he had passed away. But I've never seen anything in the paper regarding, funeral arrangements or anything like that, because, Wyatt was fairly well known to just about everybody in Sandy Shores as well as in the city.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I knew Wyatt. He was actually a really, really good guy. That's why I was surprised to hear that he had passed.
Yeah, there's multiple times where, I've seen him stumbling down Panorama, and I'd give him a lift home because, well, he was just one of those guys that, he's nice. You just got to look out for him because, some people take advantage of that.
I hear you. You know how Wyatt died, though? Or what caused his accident?
No, I don't recall what happened there. I wasn't really paying attention. All I do remember is he started seizing, and I do believe tasers may have been deployed while he was on the ground. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But I do believe there was 2 tasers that were deployed on him while he was on the ground, but I'm not 100% sure.
Got it. Okay. This was a TV show, you said. This was a CNT TV show, right?
It wasn't a TV show per se. I think it was just a contest, but it was, being recorded. I believe Dan Morgan had a camera, and I believe somebody else had a camera. I'm not 100% sure who.
Bingo. Okay, so Dan Morgan had a camera. Can you confidently remember that?
Yes, I do remember that because, well, he was a reporter for CNT, so.
All right. But you can't remember who the other person was.
Yeah, I don't remember who the other person was. I do know, I think it was Wilmer. I know Wilmer and Chuck had tasers for sure. I believe a Little Bill was there as well. I can't recall if he had a taser as well. I'm fairly certain he did because I believe it was the two. Yeah, it was Wilmer and his brother and Chuck that had tasers. I'm not sure who else had tasers. I think there was one or two other ones that did.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say, Rob, other than everybody's story is completely different.
Yeah, well, I mean, have you met that family?
I'm starting to get a good idea. Yeah, I've met Wilmer several times, actually.
Yeah.
I like to just pretend that I don't know him every time, though.
Yeah, I hear that.
And, of course, I know who Chuck Livingston is. Everybody knows who Chuck Livingston is if you're on the force.
Everybody on the force knows who Chuck Livingston is.
Yeah. I always find it just better when I'm messing with those two to just pretend I don't know who they are. Look, Rob, I'm just gonna let you in on something. 2 nights ago, I got a call after a pursuit, a real quick call, and I swear to God, it was Wyatt's voice, and it was screaming. It just said, "Mr. Beardface, please help me," and then hung up.
Okay, hold on. So I know a few weeks before this happened, there was, I'm pretty sure somebody was stalking him, and I remember it because I was involved. I believe 190 was involved with it as well. I can't be 100% certain.
I know exactly who you're talking about because I was the one at the station with Wyatt.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, you're aware of that.
Yeah, but that guy went to jail.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's right now everything's pointing at this family. Like, where did Wyatt go once they put him into that truck?
Yeah, that I'm not sure of.
And depending on if it was Wilmer or Chuck, I was standing right here yesterday talking to both of them, and they're standing together. They couldn't even get their story straight. Chuck told me that they took him by truck. Wilmer told me that they called an ambulance, and they're standing right by each other.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, a call was placed to 911, and then they did take him because nobody was coming down. Or at least it was an extremely delayed response.
Gotcha.
I know I advised against it just because the situation that Wyatt was in, he had actually bit off his tongue while he was seizing.
Oh, jeez.
So I remember that vividly because there was blood everywhere. And I asked somebody if they had a spoon or something that I could put in his mouth to stop him from swallowing his tongue, essentially. But nobody had anything, so.
You have pretty extensive medical knowledge. Let me ask you this. Would you put a defibrillator on a person who's seizing?
No. It would make it 10 times worse.
So they said they applied a defibrillator to him. That his heart had stopped and they were trying to shock him.
When was this? While on the boat?
Yeah, on the boat.
Well, that can't be true because myself and Bryce were the ones working on him and we never applied a defibrillator.
All right. You said there were tasers involved, right?
There was tasers involved, yes.
You don't think one of those idiots tried tasing him when y'all weren't looking, do you?
Again, like I said, I can't recall 100%, but I do believe tasers were deployed on him possibly before I started working on him. I know while I was working on him, no tasers were deployed on him, so I'm not 100%.
You remember seeing any hooks in him?
Not that I can recall.
I wonder what made him fall. That is the one consistent thing, is everybody said he fell from a high point on that boat.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember him falling that I can recall. Have you been out to the boat?
I haven't got a chance to actually make it out to the boat yet. I'm gonna try to make it out there, as long as I can stay 10-6 on this special assignment for a while. Now, if it gets busy, I may not be able to, but...
Yeah, well, I can go with you down there, because I know exactly where we were on the ship.
All right. I tell you what, let's... You should be able to go ahead and check 10-6 on a special assignment. We do have a lot of officers on today.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, why don't we go down there? Just look around on that boat.
Alrighty, sounds good.
All right.
County pipe.
All right, let me grab my camera just in case. All right, so this was the boat, huh?
Yeah, this was a boat, so we all gathered about here to go over everything. We were told to not go on the upper deck. We could go anywhere on the main deck. Yeah, and then we were given, I think, a minute or two to hide somewhere on this main deck here, and then the seekers would be sent out. But I remember Wyatt lying approximately here.
Which means he would have fell from, what would you say, that railing there? Or did he actually fall higher?
I don't know if you can actually get up to the top of the bridge.
Still, even if you were to fall from the railing, you can't unless you push yourself out far enough. He would have to be more like right here. That's a 24-foot fall.
Yeah.
If you think about it. It's 12 foot a flight of stairs, right?
Roughly, yeah. I'm not a Navy aficionado, so I'm not 100% sure.
County Bradford 1, we're going to be out in a 1050, person 942, possible DUI subject. No additionals needed.
Okay, wait. This changes everything.
Yeah. I mean, you're not jumping over this. You're not falling over this.
Okay, now this would
And
falling from here would put, if you fell straight down, would put it about where you first initially said the body was.
Yeah. So it's roughly, what, another 24-ish feet?
Yeah, so we're talking about
48-foot fall?
48, 50 feet from here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wouldn't think the 24 feet would kill a person unless you had to land exactly right.
Yeah, and I mean, and for him to start seizing, because I remember talking to somebody, and then the next thing I know, he's seizing. So a fall from 24 feet could cause you to seize if you hit your head, but if you're falling from 24 feet, you don't really have, you know, if you jumped off, you wouldn't really have, unless you just swan dived off, but I don't see Wyatt as being that person.
I don't think he would intentionally jump unless he, you know, had some emotional issues. But yeah, I agree with you. I've never seen that out of Wyatt. He was always a very happy, go-lucky guy.
But I mean, even if, like, you were to jump off of here, though, you wouldn't land straight down. Because you would jump out.
Mm-hmm.
So that would put you possibly over on that upper platform there, or further on down the deck.
County Bravo 1,
true.
we're back tonight.
But I do remember there being 2 cameras. I know that. I
And
just don't
Dan
know.
Morgan had one of them, for sure.
Dan Morgan had one of them because he was the reporter. I don't believe Larry had one. I don't even think Larry had a taser, to be honest.
County 211, 98, verbal warning issue.
I'm just trying to recall as much as I can. Yeah, I'm not 100% certain on that. But there was 2 cameras. Bryce was here, Mortimer was here, Margie was here, Wilmer was here, Chuck was here. I already said those. Yeah, that's all I can. And Wyatt was here.
You have working Twitter?
I do, yes.
You do me a favor? Can you change your profile over to the actual Blaine County Sheriff's Office profile and announce a press conference in front of Blaine County in the next 25 minutes?
County Bravo 1, got that same individual shooting next to the airport. From out, yeah, we're gonna be looking for him.
All right, so we looked all over that boat. That was
Oh,
probably
sorry,
a
Danny. I'm
50-foot
trying to
fall.
reach
Or
Mr.
50-foot
Virgil
fall.
Team Water.
Yeah.
There's one platform off of the first, well, I guess I would say the second story of that boat where he could have fallen from, but, you know, at 24 feet, that would be awfully hard to die.
Hi, Virgil.
Yeah.
Broken bones, sure. Head injury,
Virgil,
sure,
it's,
but not
Deputy
death.
Jones with the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. How are you doing?
That second one,
Well, it
though.
depends on how he landed. Yeah.
Right. That second one, though,
Not too bad.
that could have caused,
do you remember,
most assuredly, a lot of injury.
competing on a boat for a vehicle?
The way it's set up, it just doesn't look like he just fell. He didn't
come down
accidentally
to
fall
the Blaine
over.
County Sheriff's
There's a
Office?
big
We just have
concrete barrier up there.
questions to ask you about that.
You would have to,
Steel.
well, steel, yeah. He would have had to have climbed up on the steel barrier
Right.
and then either fallen or jumped or something to that effect.
Yeah, I don't think Wyatt would have jumped.
That's what
Not that other guy.
I don't think he would have jumped either. So Wilmer told me that it was a boat. It was wet. He slipped, he fell. You know, that could be the case if he slipped backwards, but still that steel barrier is high enough to kind of almost prevent him from falling.
Yeah.
And if he had slipped and fell forwards, once again, that steel barrier, he could have caught himself.
Right.
So it's one of 2 things, or actually it's one of 3. He either climbed up there, he jumped, he was pushed over the edge, or something forced him over the edge.
Okay.
I also come to find out that this wasn't just family gathering, as Wilmer told me, or Bryce told me, or this wasn't just exploring an empty cargo vessel like Dan told me. This was a C&T sponsored contest. And get this, Diaz, the object is to put a bunch of people up there, and the last one who didn't get tased wins a car.
Okay, that doesn't. What?
Yeah.
That's
Rob,
dodgy.
Rob here was part of the contest.
I was. I didn't know what it was until I got down there.
Okay. That doesn't sound right. That's dodgy doing a contest like that.
So I get Wilmer telling me that an ambulance picked up Wyatt, took him to a hospital. They have no idea what hospital. Chuck told me that they drove him to the hospital. Come to find out from Rob here that they did call 911, but they picked him up and they drove him to the hospital. But Chuck and Wilmer don't know what hospital they took him to.
Okay.
And nobody has seen the body, nothing since.
No reports.
Since they left the dock with Wyatt in a truck.
So since it was a competition, was there any recordings?
Yeah, Dan Morgan and another individual had a camera recording it for C&T. Now, I bet you that footage is long gone, but there was something recorded. Dan never mentioned to me that there was a camera out there. Nothing. He did everything in his ability to try to dodge every question. His story was all over the place, and then he freaked himself out and decided he wanted a lawyer. So we had to end everything right there. Captain Chris, thank you for the $5 super chat.
Sounds like he knows more than what he's leading on.
Dan will be the one that'll crack. He's going straight to a lawyer. I bet you if we put the pressure on him, even if through his lawyer we put pressure on him, he'll crack. He'll give everything up.
Right, yeah. Quite possible.
You could make him so paranoid that he just, confesses.
It's partly why I wanted to have this news conference today. I want him to sweat a little bit.
Yeah.
And then once this news conference is over with, I say we tail him everywhere he goes and make it noticeable. Make him start to feel really nervous.
He was actually bitching at me the other day, or actually last night, for quote unquote harassing him for parking at a stop sign.
F82 Dot.
Oh yeah, he posted it on Twitter.
Yeah.
I want the pressure on Dan Morgan to be so intense that he is going to volunteer to come up here and try to clear his name and give us everything that happened that night.
Right.
So that's what I'm going to ask of you gentlemen, if you're not busy on calls or anything.
No, I'm still 10-6.
All right. So am I. So is Rob. We just put all that pressure on Dan Morgan after this press conference.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. All right. So sounds like a game plan. Thank you guys. Thank you all very much.
I'm going to switch over to BCS so I can hang out this area more.
Sounds good, man. Thanks for being on this, by the way.
No problem.
Wyatt didn't deserve this, whatever happened to him.
No.
But this family,
I want to know what happened.
This quote unquote family, they've done something. I'm 99% sure they've done something with Wyatt.
The winner of the contest is sitting out front there.
Oh,
okay.
Excellent. Let's bring him back in here. Ask him a couple questions.
All right.
Hello there, sir.
Anybody in there?
Oh, hello there.
Let me let my partner get in here real quick.
Yeah, I'm in here.
All right. Sir, my name is Deputy Beardface with the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. You obviously know Deputy Rob right over here?
Oh, yeah, we just met.
Gotcha. I just want to...
grandson got a call, great-grandson got a call and said I had to come down right away.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for disturbing you from whatever you were doing today, and I assure you, sir, this is not going to take very much.
Ale.
Oh, well, ginger ale's a great drink.
It's no trouble to come down. I'm happy to help you.
Excellent. Well, about a month ago, were you involved in a contest with a boat and tasers and some sort of tag or something like that?
Well, yeah, I do remember there was something going on down at the piers, at the shipping yard, and I wasn't aware it was a competition. I do remember telling someone that I don't want to be tased because I have a heart condition. I never did get tased, and I sort of wandered the boat. There were some other people on the boat, and I don't really think I fell asleep, and when I came down, they said that I won. I wasn't too sure what.
Okay, all right. Did they ever present you with that prize?
Well, so then they said that I won a car, which was really, it was good news, because my other car was in the shops, and my second car was stolen by those damn vagabonds and the hooligans around here.
I gotcha.
And so there was a man presented the car, and it was yellow, I think, and he was kind of larger, no shirt. He had a hat.
All right, Mr. Steamwater, when they, let's just say they started the contest and you were on the boat, before you found a place to fall asleep, what did you see?
Well, I saw people kind of running around. I kind of thought it was a little hectic, but I just assumed that they had somewhere they needed to be on the boat. I was expecting more of like a party. That's what I wanted to find, like the party room or something. They said we could be on the boat. And I remember hearing footsteps, and at one point I did hear somebody yelling or shouting, either because they were about to or just got tasered.
52991.
Okay, so people were getting tasered?
Yeah, yes, sir. They certainly were.
10-4.
Okay.
And someone got tased and fell.
211 obey 98.8, verbal warning issued.
Someone got tased and fell?
Like they got tased, they were like standing on like an edge or something, and they got tased and lost their balance and fell. Cause I remember now, cause I was coming down the stairs and they were like, "Virgil, you won," and I didn't know what I won. But then quickly there were like people who were gathered around a younger man in I think a helmet.
Okay. Who met you on, you said somebody met you on the stairs to tell you won?
Yeah, I don't quite remember. I might have been Wilmer, but I really don't remember quite who I met on the stairs, but I do remember Wilmer telling me I won.
Were they going up the stairs or down the stairs?
They were going up as I was sort of coming down because something woke me up.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Steenwater, thank you very much for coming down here. You've been very, very helpful with us gathering some information. At this time, I don't really have any other questions. What's a good phone number I can get a hold of you at, though?
Yeah, you can reach my home phone is 230. If you get the answering machine, just don't leave a message for Mildred. She can't know.
Okay. All right. I'll be sure to just ask in code just for you. How about that?
Oh, that works.
Sounds good. All right, Mr. Steenwater, I can show you out, but once again, thank you very much for coming on down here.
Was something wrong? Did I do something?
No, you did nothing wrong, sir. We're just auditing some paperwork, trying to get some information to finish up a report. That's all.
Oh, sure. Well, I'm happy to help. If there's anything more I can do, please let me know, sir.
No problem, no problem. All right, well, I will show you right out to the front lobby there, sir.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to call this a missing person / possible homicide case. I want to rattle everybody in the public about it. especially Dan Morgan. And then, like I said, we'll just implement our plans to put all the pressure on Dan.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want
think
him to
he's
crack.
He'll be the weakest link, 110%.
Yeah. So that's where we're going at this point. I think the press is out there.
Yeah. And I did see Dan Morgan out there.
Okay, excellent. All right, let's go get them rounded up and do a little press conference here and just shake them in their boots a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out. I am Deputy Jason Beardface with the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. The reason for this press conference today is to inform the public of a possible situation that we are working on at this time. Approximately Saturday, approximately at 3:45 in the afternoon, one of our deputies received a phone call from a gentleman known as Wyatt Thompson. Mr. Thompson had believed to have been passed away 3 weeks prior. And in starting to look at the information, we have started to build a possible case for a possible missing person / homicide at this time. We are informing the public that this is the situation. We are asking all members of the public and or the press that if you have any information regarding the disappearance of Wyatt Thompson, please step forward. We're also looking for the names and information of anybody who might have been involved in a quote-unquote contest or game show at Postal 40 on a cargo ship down in the city. If you were involved in that contest or know of somebody who might have been involved in that contest, please contact us at the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. You may contact myself or Officer 529 or Officer 188 here at the Sheriff's Station. We also have a phone number that's open 24/7, a hotline for any information regarding that. So once again, I'm asking the public for any help regarding the information of a whereabouts of a Wyatt Thompson or anyone who might have been involved in a contest approximately a month ago down at the pier at Postal 40. At this time, I am opening it up for any questions. Let's please handle the questions in an orderly fashion, and we'll go one by one. So just raise your hands and I'll point. Yes, ma'am.
Why is this being reopened 3 weeks later?
Once again, it was believed that Mr. Thompson had passed away, but it's come to light that that may not be the case. In fact, at this point, there's not any evidence pointing to the fact that he was deceased in the first place.
So there is no body?
There is no body at this point. There is no medical examiner's report. There's no death certificate. Any other questions? Yes, sir, with the impressive beard.
Might appreciate that. Is this like a situation where he called and kind of didn't know where it was, or somebody using his phone, or like it? Because if he was supposed to be dead, is it like he's a bad guy, or is he a good guy that might just be in a bad situation?
The phone call that we received asked for a specific deputy. The very next words, "I need help," and then the phone was disconnected at that point.
Noted. Appreciate it.
Okay. Mr. Steenwater.
Well, yes, sir. Well, will this affect the county's supply of ginger ale? Do you know?
No, sir. At this time, all your ginger ale is safe, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Once again, we are looking for any information regarding Wyatt or any individuals that might have been at this contest a month ago down at the city. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am. Did you have another question, ma'am?
Yeah, is there any details on this? Like what was going on? What type of contest this was?
At the time, this contest was believed to be sort of a edgier version of tag, much like a children's game of tag, except a little bit more on the extreme side. All other details concerning the nature of the contest at this point are part of the investigation, so we can't talk about that. Any other questions? Yes, sir. In the the denim jacket.
Yes. What led you to believe that the caller in question was in fact Wyatt Thompson? Was there any distinguishing remarks, or just tell by the voice?
Mr. Thompson did have a very easily recognizable voice and speaking pattern, all of which were evident in that phone call. Yes, sir.
Is there any reason to believe he might be up in this particular locale as opposed to down in the city connected to this thing you were talking about?
At this point, sir, we cannot confidently say where he's at. That's why he is a missing person. We do believe that he might be in the area. At least we are hoping at this point, but we can't confidently say that. We are starting the investigation here because he was a resident of Blaine County.
All right.
Yes, sir. Any other questions out there? Yes, ma'am.
Have any other law enforcement agencies been contacted?
Not at this time. It is right now strictly with the Blaine County Sheriff's Office.
Thank you.
I'll go talk to my cult friends.
Okay, if there are no other questions at this time, once again, let me just reiterate that we are looking for all information regarding any possible sightings or information leading to Wyatt Thompson and or any individuals that was involved in that contest down at Postal 40 down in the city approximately a month ago. You can contact any of the deputies up here. We also have a 24-hour hotline. That hotline number is 1-800-050. You can contact that number at any time. At this point, this will conclude our press conference, and we thank you all very much for coming out here. All right.
County Road, I'm going to be out with an elderly gentleman who just got run over by a vehicle. 1025.
All right, old man, piece it together. You know everybody's lying to you. You know something went down out there at the boat. I don't know if they're trying to cover up the fact that they might have had an accident, trying to cover their rear ends and not get sued. I don't know if they had something against Wyatt. Maybe there was jealousy and they made him disappear. I don't know why, though. I mean, Wyatt's a good kid. Wyatt never hurt anybody. What is going on? All I know is the way that I'm going to get to the end of this is through Dan Morgan. He is the one that we can crack. He's the one that has answers to everything. It's Dan, or it's nothing. And that's it.